The Nathan, Nat and Shaun podcast.
Oh, the great Adam Gilchrist is in the house at the moment. It's been loving, by the way, halfbacks, haven't you, Gilly, before you get stuck into anything?
You're pretty good at it.
Good morning, all. Good
morning.
How are you, team? Yeah, I was listening yesterday.
Yeah.
I was a tad frustrated in the car, screaming the answers out.
Yeah.
McDonald's.
Jaws.
Yeah, I was waiting for the shark to bite the contestants before I realised, but they got there in the end. Good concept. And go New South Wales, all these
Yeah, a lot of
Maroon
Queensland
supporters.
love.
What?
Yeah.
about?
Freddie Fittler leading the team to victory this year. Queensland have made a lot of changes, by the way.
They
That's
have.
very
Billy
interesting.
Slater's in charge there, but yeah, I mean, Queensland do tend to dominate.
Yeah.
Did for about 10 years
Historically,
straight.
yes.
Good to be here. How are you?
Yeah, we're good, mate. And, of course, you'll be going over to the Ashes very shortly and getting involved there. Are you actually working or is it a working holiday? Where's it at?
No, just holiday only. Yeah.
Not just putting in 1 day of work so you can tax deduct the whole
Surely.
Oh, that's a nice idea.
Ring the accountant.
No, family, big European vacation for the family this year.
the
Oh, that's
Griswolds.
exciting.
But we do happen to be there for a day of Test cricket.
Yeah.
Well, for the boys.
Only 1 day is extraordinary. What are the girls doing?
They're going to Paris,
I love that.
unsurprisingly. But a day at Leeds, which is a different... Like, everyone wants to go to Lords, and I get that, and I've had the good fortune of being
is
there a few
Leeds-
times.
Is that Headingley?
Headingley,
Yes.
yeah, that's our third Test.
Yeah.
It's a Test match where very fond to my heart because 2001 Ashes tour, we were steamrolling ahead. We won the first couple of Tests, and there's all of a sudden there's this talk about we're going to win 5-0,
5-0.
and Steve Waugh got injured, so I actually was called up to captain at Leeds.
Oh, gosh.
With this juggernaut of Australian cricket heading towards history, and we lost with me as captain.
This is why you never want to be put in
I've
a
got to go back
scenario
there.
where you have to step up.
Yeah.
I know,
so
when they're already up, no.
So
you're
bad.
going back to
And they
returning to the scene of the
it was-
crime.
They were
no.
England were diabolical at the time, and I made this very sporting declaration, thinking I'll be the bold one, and I'll have this wonderful legacy about being the. I'm prepared to lose it to win it, and we
you
lost it. Yeah.
Actually, to be honest, I wasn't that bad.
The forecast was meant to be overcast and horrible batting
Be
conditions on the
swinging.
last day. And it was going to, McGrath's going to be out, and then Warney will get him. And it was pristine sunshine in the north of England, midsummer.
You
Packed
think
full
they were
of
feeding
drunk
you
Yorkshiremen.
false weather reports? Do you reckon they would stoop that low?
Yeah, I don't know, but I got creamed, absolutely creamed.
Hey, Gilly, so one of the things growing up that you would have loved is being able to go to the cricket and watch a game, right? And then you become Adam Gilchrist, and then, I mean, that's impossible. Have you ever, and Shaun, this goes for you too, at the football, because I know that you go quite a lot, and you know, when you're not sitting in the box, you're sitting with the punters.
Yeah.
Have you ever disguised yourself to go to a game?
Yes, fake moustache.
Has that ever happened?
No.
No?
That's exactly what Sachin Tendulkar does.
Really?
Is it?
Did in India.
Really?
Yeah, I mean, because
Absolutely. He
imagine
has
the
to.
pressure on
Spoken
him.
to us, a lot of us over time, but like going to the cinema.
Yes.
Yes.
So literally the wig and glasses. And
Amazing.
then on other occasions, you know, the hoodie pulled over and
Yes.
sort of trying to put on facial.
Yeah, if you go to the cinema, like, look, you're going to go touch yourself. Straight out.
I didn't tell you what sort of cinema it was.
Yeah, exactly. Cinema. You made it sound classy.
Yeah.
So
but
when you go
once
to
you get spotted, they
But
chase
India,
us on.
really?
You couldn't be out and about in India. No way.
It's for any of the guys that have played international cricket, it's pretty demanding. When we during the IPL had the kids over there, Mel and the kids, and said, "Do you want to go to the shops?" And we went one day, and then a few days later said, "Oh, do you want to go to that new shopping centre?" Because we're in a different city,
Yeah.
and the kids just said, "Are you going, Dad?"
Yeah.
And I said, "Yeah," and they went, "No, we're good." So Mel and the kids can
Yes,
go shop.
off they went.
But it's good for the ego. But it's
for sure, but just not
it's
practical.
chaos. It's close to Beatlemania, as you can imagine. It's only more and more heightened. There's some footage of David Warner the other day, same thing. You go in, they end up shutting the shop to not let anyone else in because it's so.
And then you're obligated
outside.
to spend money.
Then you
there.
got to buy up.
I got a really cheap suit made in Hong Kong because of you, because I walked into there and the guy had a picture of you on the wall and he's like, oh my God. And then I went, oh, I know him. And then I pulled up a photo of my phone and the guy was just amazed. This is in Hong Kong on Nathan Road. And I got like a lot of money knocked off of it. Yeah.
Oh, very good.
So hand it
Glad I
over
can
to
be of
Gemini.
service.
Yeah.
You did the same, did you, Nat, in India when you were
Well, no, I just found that lots, because I was a West Gilchrist, and lots of people wanted to take a photo with me. And even though I wasn't anybody, but at the Taj Mahal, and I was there with a friend of mine who's a redhead, and I'm like, surely they want a picture with a redhead. That's exotic. No, they wanted pictures with me. Like, there were people literally lining up to take a picture with me, and I'm like, this is what it must be like to be Gilly, but it's like that on a grand scale every single day.
Yeah, amazing.
It is incredible. Well, it's a great place.
Because you're right, once one person does something, and the volume of people
100%
attracts attention. So I wonder sometimes whether I've had selfies with a lot of people who had no idea who I was. They're just doing what everyone else is doing.
People do love a line, don't they?
Yeah, they do. They do.
They don't like a line over there. They just
there's no polite
they
queuing.
smother you in love over there.
So, Gilly, when you go to the cricket at Leeds, you're taking the boys there for one day.
Yep.
Where are you sitting? Are you sitting in the crowd?
There must be a members.
Or are you in some corporate box? What are you doing?
It'd have to be in a box.
Yeah, we're working through those details because I've got a broad range of boys in the Gilchrist household, ranging from Harry at 21, and then Archer's 16, and then little Ted, he's 11.
Yes.
So Harry's got different objectives to achieve at the day at the cricket than what maybe Ted has. So I need to, Harry likes the idea of being in the Western Stand in amongst drunk Yorkshiremen. Throwing beer everywhere.
Because it's part of the experience. With the Barbie Army, etc.
Whereas Ted thinks he's going in the change rooms with the...
He's just going to be there, packing away David Warner's
mascot for the day or something like that.
Isn't that amazing to grow up and being confused of why you can't go into the change rooms because you're always been able to?
What do you mean?
What do you mean? I can go in there.
So
it's like we've watched over the last year or so, Ted and I. Ted's with me with Carlton, right? So,
big time,
And we've been to a few of their games, and finally the other night against the Eagles, we're able, because he keeps saying, Dad, can we go to the change room? And, well, let's see the result. And often we're heading back to the hotel or back home.
They're welcoming when they win. That's for sure.
They were showing Gilly on the box. They were
we made the most of that. We're in the debrief room and every Bossy and me. We're real.
Can the Aussies win the Ashes?
Yes, of course
they can. Genuinely.
Yeah. No, Jofra Afra.
What?
Archer,
Archer, sorry. He's out.
Massive blow.
Stuart Broad, he's getting on.
Yeah. Jimmy Anderson, he's 41, I think, but...
He always gets us, though.
I know. Don't discount him.
Over there. Look, yes, Australia definitely can win.
Yeah.
I don't know who's going to win.
Yeah.
And that's... A lot of people come to you for expert advice and opinion. I go, I don't know who's going to win it, but it's certainly Archer. The point you made, Shawnee, with Archer out, that's a massive change in direction of the whole series. So I think we will win it, actually, now that I'm really starting to think about it. That Archer factor's massive.
Massive, yeah. And Cam Green gets a spot.
Well, he got a ton the other day.
He's got to, doesn't he?
In the IPL.
Oh,
his form's unbelievable.
He's the heartbeat of Australian cricket for the next 10 years.
He's so good, isn't he?
Cam's the one that said he didn't know what he'd spend the money on, isn't it?
Yeah. $3 million man.
No, don't put me off.
Well, I remember Harry Kewell, great Australian soccer player once, $100,000. I think he got a contract that went up when he was playing at Liverpool to $110,000 a week.
Yeah.
And I think it was Sam Newman or someone asked him on a show, how do you spend that much money? And Harry sat back and he scratched. He said, how don't you?
Thank you. Thank you. Yeah. When I asked Cam the same question, he goes, I really haven't thought about it. And I said to him, you don't deserve that money. If you don't have a plan with what to do with an obscene amount of money that comes your way, you don't deserve it.
And the news, he'd been sitting with the news for several weeks at this point. It wasn't like it was... It
wasn't overnight.
It's just time to think about the $3.14 million.
Come on, tell me 2 things you buy from the Apple Store at least. Come on.
What a lovely bloke.
He's really nice.
I know,
genuinely. Fella
but he shouldn't
to go with being a superstar. He smacked him in the IPL the other night.
I know, we loved it.
Stick around, Gilly?
Yes, thank you, Gilly.
Sorry, we've been talking about Harry, and Harry's going to be an actor. He's just
about to finish Whopper, And
I just asked for a photo of Harry. I wanted to see if he had actor face.
Yes. Leading man vibes. Yeah, look at that.
He's a handsome devil. Yeah, he's a leading man.
That is a cold slice of actor face, that is.
You can see him in a war movie. Do you know what I mean?
Yes.
100%.
And he can be in anything that Ryan Gosling's in as well. He's got the Goslings about him.
The Goslings.
Yeah, but also he could be in like a surfy kind of movie. He's got that vibe as well.
And also, if look past the blonde hair, he's got the Hugh Grants about him.
He's got a lot of Hugh Grants.
It's got a lot of the top.
He just did a show where he had to put on an accent.
Did he?
How'd he
It was
go?
a Brummie accent he had to put on.
Oh, Brummie, yeah, right.
Yeah, he tells me they don't move their mouth much over there.
Oh, is that the secret, is it?
Is that like Peaky Blinders?
Yes. Yeah.
Anyway, he's having a bit of fun.
Well, Gilly, you've got, I asked you before, you've got all kids at home, so do I, and I'm wondering if I mentioned this to the guys yesterday, the fact that nobody does anything at home and you got to do everything. So last night, for an example, we're having dinner and we got an extended group of people. We had 9 over for dinner last night. There's 9 of us in total. Anyway, I thought...
You bring your other family over, did you? It's about time they met.
I think it sprung sooner or later.
Only extra 9. That's weird.
I thought on the left-hand side of the table, I just started grabbing the plates and I went and chucked them in the dishwasher. So then I gestured to my daughter Sunny. I said, get the plates, take care of that side. So she grabbed the plates. And then later on, I go into the kitchen. I've chucked them in the dishwasher and all that. The plates have just been moved onto the inside table. They're all dirty, filthy, and the knives are falling. I'm like,
Did you tell her what you?
How hard is it?
Did you tell her what you wanted her to do with the plates?
What's that?
Clean them.
Clean them.
Did you just say grab the plates or grab the plates and clean
concise
them?
direction is what...
Yes.
Communicate.
Yeah, can you grab the plates and put them in the dishwasher?
She had you on a technicality. She moved the plates.
It's outrageous. It's happening all the time.
Yeah, it happened exactly that this morning, where Annie, our daughter, it's her job to wipe up whatever's been washed up on the sink, wipe it up. And this morning she came down. I said, Annie, you're not doing your job. Look, you didn't... And she looks at the sink and says, yeah, well, there's nothing there. I said, yeah, that's because I just did it.
But wiping up, it air dries, Gilly, you know what I mean?
I tell you that. It's the difference is, when we were growing up, we'd get hit. And, like hit proper. Like,
I get it smacked
Mum
all
and
the
Dad,
time.
your parents would take a run up to get a good whack.
I mean, we are talking about a mother who broke her hand
You
trying
are
to beat her
correct.
son.
Yes, my mum broke her finger once hitting me.
Oh, right.
Yeah. Tell you what, I was a very obedient child.
Oh, yes.
Somehow I don't believe that.
Yes, Nathan Morris.
I was a good boy.
Very good. Hey, I'm glad. It's finally we toyed around with Ames. You're over there. You remember my little short stint in morning radio on another network?
Yes.
I wouldn't say a rival network because it's a sports network as opposed to
you can say its name.
everything. Oh, SEN, yeah. And we were going to come in and do a bit of cross.
We were.
Yes.
But what I knew I made a big impact in morning radio when I'd been doing it for about 9 months, I think, and felt like myself and my big fella, Big Goss, were cutting into the market, and everyone was aware of it. Yeah. 9 months in, Ames. Remember you messaged me saying, "Oh, Gilly, Nathan's away for the week. Are you able to come in and fill in?" I'm looking at my phone going, is this a piss take? Hadn't really got market share by that stage. I knew not everyone was aware that I was actually in radio.
Well, Shaun thought you still worked there. So
now?
Yeah.
Well, that's the thing. That's the irony. Now that I'm not doing it,
people think you're
everyone's
still
going,
doing it.
how's radio? I'm still doing it.
Remember you came and filled in with me, and I had to go and do jury duty for that week, and you were blown away that I got selected.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was unbelievable.
Yeah, I was very surprised.
Yeah. I've been
Just 'cause
witness,
you've got
I've
such
been
a-
in witness protection ever since.
You've got such a
Not
skewed
surprised by your
perception of
profile in
justice.
public. They let people like you around courthouses.
I remember I got in trouble because I was talking about the biscuits.
Yes.
too.
Yeah.
I was
The
talking about
biscuits are a secret now.
Yeah, and then the judge in the courtroom said we do not discuss anything that happened in here. I was like, some bloody
It's a
biscuit.
biscuit.
About some Monte Carlos, mate. Not about the shotgun the guy was hiding.
Allegedly.
Allegedly. I don't know whether he got charged or not. I'm not sure.
Oh, Gilly, before we go, I know you're impressed by the fact we're going to the Prime Minister's house.
Yes.
Have you been there for dinner?
Well, you would have met the Prime Minister.
now-
Have you been to the
I'm a
lodge?
bit
All of
vague.
them.
So it's Lodge, not Kirribilli.
No.
No, lodge.
You been Lodge?
He loves the Lodge too, the current PM. He's very traditional, sort of. He believes that that's where the PM should be.
Yes.
Yeah. So when's this on? I'm a bit vague on the detail. I heard you...
The 12th?
The back end of it the other morning.
Yeah.
13th
13th of June.
13th of June.
Right.
Yeah. And we're going to...
What's the occasion?
Nothing.
So he-
it's just a potluck.
And
He
who
said
else
he's bring
met?
something.
Tim and Jodie and Toto, the dog.
Yeah.
No, because we were asking about what kind of food was served there. Does he have a chef, all that kind of stuff? Nathan said we wouldn't know because you haven't invited us over.
So then he
We
actually
backed him
invited
into a
us.
corner.
Yeah.
Well, I'll give you a little tip.
Yeah.
Something to look at. Have we got a very interesting, funny story?
No,
got
no, you know
we've
what?
got time.
That time is not
About
for
the
you.
lodge.
You're
Yeah,
out of
Ellie
Gilchrist.
can wait.
If you really...
She's just repeating it.
if you get caught out and you busting for a bathroom break and you don't... Someone else is in the main one, which they'll show you where the main ones are.
Yes.
There's a staircase that goes upstairs and... It looks like wooden panelling, but there's a secret bathroom in there.
So we just have to push on the panelling until it opens up.
There's a tiny little door that you go out there and just open it and bang.
I'm not going to crap on Harry Potter's head or anything. Am I?
So the reason I know this is because I was chair of the National Australia Day Council years and years ago. And so on Australia Day, the PM hosts big function and all the various dignitaries from overseas are there, from the embassies and guests and Australians of the Year and all this. Anyway, it was a end of a long day from me hosting a whole lot of events, but at this event I got no commitment at all. I'm up the back, I'm on the beers, I'm just chilling out, but it's like a Canberra 38-degree day. So they're in the bag of fruit. Absolutely. I'm up the back, but I'm beating up, and I thought, the speeches have started. I'm going to sneak out to my secret bathroom that I know. And I derobe. I basically take the jacket off first and I look down and I look at the back of my legs in my suit and the sweat's coming through and I'm going, geez, this is a terrible, bad look. So I am starkers in the bathroom.
In the bathroom at the lodge.
Trying to dry it?
Yeah, there's no dry. It's traditional. Yes. There's no air dryer. No. So I'm flapping it all. I've got the suit hanging up on the back of the door handle, just trying to get a bit of breeze, just trying to get the body temperature down. And I don't know how long I was in there. It was a fair while, but I thought, no one's missing me. I've got nothing to do out there. There's enough important people. And next minute...
Oh, no.
And I go, Mr. Gilchrist, the Prime Minister's partner would like to see you. So it was when Julia Gillard there, so Tim Matheson.
Yes.
And I thought,
well, they interrupted
someone's
you in the toilet.
known that I've been in there.
Yes, for that, all that
5
long.
minutes. And Jesus, did the sweat start up.
And you know what? No matter how much you try to hide it, people can hear when you're putting pants on.
That's
the belt buckle banging into the door.
People know what's going on in there.
We should be all right because it's going to be about -4 when we're there. So
what did Tim wanted to say to you?
Yeah. Sorry?
What was the conversation there? Was so important?
Did he want to talk about
I know he wanted to go out and show me the cricket pitch out on the back lawn. He'd mown a cricket pitch in there. Oh,
Gilly.
Jesus. So anyway, if someone else is in the main toilet and you really need to go, there's a tip.
So one of us have to get butt naked in that toilet to keep the tradition going.
And live stream it. Why not? Gilly, thank you so much. It's always a pleasure to have you in the house.
It's the Nathan, Nat and Shaun podcast.
Some sobering news yesterday, everybody. I was reading an article and it's weird because I thought that I would know this, being one.
I thought
you are personally affected by
Yes,
this.
but the zodiac sign that apparently society is avoiding like the plague, that's a quote, is Gemini's.
And you are?
I'm a Gemini.
Nathan, I saw this the other day and I thought of you straight away.
So let me go through it.
So when you say avoiding like the plague, you mean in a romantic sense?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
So no one wants to date Gemini?
No, it's the star sign they're saying that everyone refuses to love.
That's what they said,
There was a survey done with 2,000 Americans, right? And there were 42% of people refused to date anyone that is a Gemini.
So if they see the star sign on the dating app profile, they go, oh no, don't touch a Gemini.
That's a lot.
42%.
That's a lot.
That is significant.
And it's significantly more than what the next one down. So many viewers of this TikTok video that's going around jumped into the comments to have their say, and someone says, as a Gemini, I say this is right. Those who do date us can handle a lot. We are not for the weak. Someone else says, facts my Taurus hubby never knows about what side of me he's going to get as a Gemini.
Yeah, so Gemini's the twins, and there's the suggestion that, it's the dual personality kind of thing.
But this is like... I didn't know this was a thing. Even before, there was a viral tweet last November that declared that all Geminis are evil and the world was rife with Gemini slander. The sign has long had the worst reputation among the astrologically inclined as two-faced liars, cheats and thieves.
That's right.
Grammy-winning artist Lizzo She once dedicated a song to every woman that has ever been victimised by a Gemini. She got up on stage and said, should I slander Gemini? You know what? Yes. Give us a reason to like you, Gemini.
You know the answer, Nathan. You're just going to have to hook up with another Gemini.
I know.
Gemini's just going to only date one another. That's the answer.
Well, in a 2017 piece for Nylon magazine, a woman described them as being the low-key psychopath of the zodiac.
Yeah.
Responsible for most of the world's problems.
And the rest of the problems are Scorpio.
And then another guy wrote a piece for Vice saying if you do manage to pin down a flighty Gemini in a romantic relationship, number one, they'll cheat on you. Number two, you'll be exhausted by their inability to stop talking even for a moment.
That's not accurate, Nat.
No, this all checks out.
Okay.
Has so many people been wronged by a Gemini?
Yes, obviously.
I didn't know about this. I knew that Gemini was a thing that people go, two-faced, but I didn't realise that this is... Like, Sam, you're a Gemini. Sam does all of our digital stuff. You knew this?
Yeah.
So you're aware of your unlovability.
Yeah, I'm a Gemini, but yeah.
So you've bucked the trend because you're in a relationship.
Yeah, but, you know...
He's not happy. Your partner's not happy.
Well, he doesn't know what he's getting from day to day.
Been together 5 years now. I'm ready to cut the cord.
But you were telling me there's a few Geminis that, might be to blame for our public persona.
Oh, you think some are dragging you down?
Kanye West, Donald Trump, Naomi Campbell, to name a few.
Holy hell.
Wow. Problematic
that's quite
Geminis there.
That's a strong top three.
Exactly.
Can I counterpoint that with Paula Abdul? Okay. I just thought that was just a way of life.
Yeah. I mean, you need to add Nathan Morris to that as well, obviously.
Yeah. This is full on, and I think that we should investigate this and see if it's happening in Australia, because this was an American survey. Right. We would like to know if a Gemini has done you wrong.
How bad are they?
All right. What a Gemini has done and why they are evil.
And does it put you off them
Very
for life?
Pointed.
Yeah. 13,
Very
24,
pointed
10.
question.
We're going to give somebody $300 to spend at B Store.
Hello.
We love B-Store. Experience shoes that love you back at bstore.com.au. And if you're a Gemini and you know why people hate you, please feel free to jump in.
All
give
right.
us your opinion.
We're exploring the world of Geminis and how bad can they get? So we're talking about Geminis and how unlovable they are, Nathan Morris.
Yeah, 42% of people surveyed said they will not go near a Gemini in the dating world, and have just done a little bit more research. This article was out a little while ago, and that is serial killers. Geminis
Massively.
love being serial killers.
Overrepresented.
They're Virgo, there is 10 serial killers.
10, right.
Yeah, a Gemini, there's 8, but we've got like Jeffrey Dahmer and stuff.
Bigger,
so we've got a bigger body count.
Oh, yeah.
So there's more of the Virgos, but we live a bigger trail of destruction and death.
Super.
Thank you. Thank you, everyone. I'm single. Yes, I'm open to dating.
Yep. Don't go near him.
Don't check his freezer.
Don't go near him.
You'll check in, you won't check out.
Tracy's in Ballajura. Morning, Trace.
Hey, how you going, guys?
Tracy, talk to us about Geminis. Is there one in your life?
Yeah, and I think it's really interesting that you've talked about this on the radio this morning, because it's something that I've only just realised, and I've been married to the guy for over 12 years and dating him for nearly 23. So, it's a really interesting segment, to be honest.
Yeah, so what date is he born on?
11th of June.
11th of June, right.
Okay.
Yep.
And what about him makes you realise, like, oh, my God, this is striking cool?
To be honest, I never saw it, so I never understood that I never understood the star sign with Gemini. I always knew that we were compatible, but then all of a sudden it's like life throws a curveball and I'm seeing a completely different side to him. So
the dual personality.
Which I never saw. I never thought this was a real thing, and now all of a sudden it is. But it's about, for me, a way to match him and understand him and grow with him, not fight him. So,
Tracy, great way to look at things.
Yes.
You are learning how to live with a Gemini.
Well, if I don't, then it will all be for nothing.
Yes. This is really interesting, isn't it? Don't you think that maybe when you're dating a Gemini right at the start, you need to demand you meet both of them?
Yes, you need to go in eyes wide open.
I know that right now I'm having dinner with the wonderful version of you. Bring out the prick.
Yep, let's see him. Come on, get him out on the table nice and early.
Show me. Let's deal with him now.
He might misinterpret what you're asking, but sure.
Very good.
Thank you, Tracy. Robin's in Como. Hello.
Hi,
Robin.
What's your experience with Geminis?
So I've dated a couple of typos, Geminis before, but the most recent one was at about our third or so date, he told me that he's 8 years older than what he originally said, and actually had 2 kids that didn't think he needed to disclose that information straight away.
Well, that was the second part of his life.
Wow. So how long did he wait again till he told you?
Third date.
Yeah, about three or so dates.
Yeah. Speaking as a Gemini, we do love to hide a bit of information. And,
do you come out with that stuff? Do you have to
Nathan's got 2 kids as well, and he's never told us.
No, this is actually the time I'm telling you right now.
Okay. Well,
and 3 wives, Sean.
Now you've got me jealous.
That's too many, Nathan.
Yeah. 3 wives is too many.
One per personality.
But I Googled how to be straight, and that's what came up. It was from a cult website, though.
I think it's probably don't lie about your age.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
And also disclose if you've got kids early on.
How early on though? Because if you're coming in first date, it's probably not first date material, is it? Or
it is, because otherwise it's wasted time.
Yes,
but I do know there are lots of women who don't care if you've got kids or not. They care whether you lie to them or not.
Let's put it on the other side and say I know a couple of single mothers, and some of them will not disclose it on a first date because they don't want people to run. You should be able to, but
good point.
So some people choose not to.
Yeah, but if they're going to run, then they're going to run regardless. So why not run after the first date?
Because you've got to catch them with your winning personality. And if you're Gemini, you're lucky because you have 2.
Hey, you're both right.
winning personalities.
Great relationship advice, team.
Thanks, Robin.
Thank you. From the Singies.
No.
Ali's in Dianella. Morning, Ali.
Good morning. How are you?
Good, Ali.
Are you a Gemini?
I certainly am, and I am defending all Gemini.
Okay, let's hear it.
Yes.
Okay.
I believe that a lot of the other zodiac signs are quite envious of us Geminis because I think we're like chameleons. We can fit in anywhere. And I believe that a lot of our actions are what I classify as a reaction from an action. When they wrong us or hurt us,
we attack. We kill them.
We attack them in ways that they don't even realise that we're capable of.
Yeah,
so
like murder.
I don't think that's evil at all.
How many people have you thought about murdering this year, Ali?
Well, I've got to get some more paper because I've actually run out of paper. There's so many that I've wanted to murder. No, truly. It's I think we're and I'm very thankful that I'm a Gemini.
Yeah. You don't have a choice, so you can't change it. So it is what it is.
I'm right on the cusp, though.
You've done the self-assessment. You've realised it's everybody else that's the problem.
You're in by a day, Nathan Morris. Yeah. By a day.
Yeah. All right,
I'm terrified of Ali. I'll be honest.
I have to say, though, I haven't heard of a concrete bad thing that a Gemini person has done. So this is just all... This is
Jeffrey Dahmer.
Well, he was an isolated case. I'm just saying, you know what I mean? Like, it just seems isolated. It just seems to be conjecture.
There's a number.
Okay, well, he didn't. Like an isolated case of killing many people. Gosh, Sean.
Tracy, Robin, and Ali are in the running for Novus 10K a day in May.
$300 to spend at the B Store. Experience shoes that love you back at bstore.com.au. Yeah, I was thinking, Tracy's going to learn to live with her partner now that she knows the Gemini.
Yes, she's trying to find a way around it.
She wants to survive.
She'll end up buried under the house with a slab of concrete on top of her, but that's fine.
She's blunted all the knives. She's good to go.
She's a future story that Ali will be reading in the news.
Nathan, Nat and Sean is a Nova podcast. For more great comedy shows like this, head to novapodcasts.com.au. Nova.